Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Julius Caesar, and today we get to hear from Caesar himself, huzzah, in Act 1, Scene 2. So he came back in triumph from the wars against Pompey, and there's been celebrations, and there was a race wherein Mark Antony was supposed to touch Calpurnia because then hopefully she wouldn't be barren anymore. And while that race was happening, we got to check in with Cassius and Brutus, who Cassius is not a fan of Julius Caesar, like, at all. But Brutus was like, I hear what you're saying, and I kind of can guess what you're pushing me towards, but we're not going to talk about this right now. We'll find some other time and place to talk about this. And they hear like a shout and some cheers, and they realize that all of the people are coming back from the races to continue the party. And they're like, you know, when you can't, let's grab Casca because he can tell us what's going on. So all of these people come back in, and now we get to have a little moment between Caesar and Mark Antony, where Caesar is just sort of like, let me have a bunch of fat, lazy guys around me, because that Cassius, he has a lean and hungry look about him, and I don't trust it. And Mark Antony is like, oh, you don't have to worry about Cassius. Cassius is fine. And Caesar says, would he were fatter, but I fear him not. Yet if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the man I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. He reads much. He is a great observer, and he looks quite through the deeds of men. He loves no plays, as thou dost, Antony. He hears no music. Seldom he smiles, and smiles in such a sore as if he mock himself, and scorned his spirit that could be moved to smile at anything. Such men as he be never at heart's ease, whiles they behold a greater than themselves, and therefore they are very dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared, than what I fear, for always I am Caesar. Come on my right hand, for this ear is deaf, and tell me truly what thou thinkst of him. So it's just him developing a little bit more of the fact that he doesn't trust Cassius. Cassius doesn't seem very much like a person. He doesn't smile. He doesn't like art. He doesn't like music. But he reads and he watches things. And and Caesar thinks the men that think too much can be dangerous because they start thinking of grandiose things. But he also reassures Antony that he's not actually afraid of Cassius, just sort of warning him that Cassius is the sort of person that maybe people should be afraid of. And then they go off to chat about other things. Once again, leaving Cassius and Brutus behind, except this time they get to chat with Casca, and tomorrow we'll get to find a little bit more about what Casca had to say. I'll see you then for that. Mwah.